So why aren't we living in a constant state of abundance? Words have such power, so you really have to be careful what you say. Everything that we are living right now, we once dreamed or prayed about. And hey guys, welcome to Self-Care Sundays with Sophia, where we talk about self-love, self-growth, and everything in between. Today's video, I'm going to be doing another sort of manifestation video. The main message of this video is going to be what you say, you will eventually see. So it's the idea that life is like a mirror. Everything you see is just an internal reflection of what's going on up here. So let's talk about how we can fix what's going on up here so that we can fix what is currently happening out here. I'm gonna start off by saying that I am feeling so incredible. As I've mentioned, I was going through a time, but I have whipped out all of my self-care tools, my favorite one being meditation. And I think I'm about 4 days deep into actual everyday meditation. I like to use the apps, but morning, afternoon, night, at least 3 times a day, and any other time too when I can think of it. And it has given me the gift of being able to monitor my thoughts. And I cannot believe how many negative thoughts just scroll right past that I never would have stopped. And each time I have a negative thought, I'm challenging it and I'm replacing it with a positive thought. So small example, but this is technically negative. And, I've been doing these workout classes a lot. And I decided that I don't like those slider thingies or those elastic band thingies that is the thin material. It's like a rubber band. I don't like those. And so because of that, I've reaffirmed that to myself. Every time I do a class and I see those 2 pieces of equipment, I'm like, oh, great. And then when we do the exercise, I fully just like half-assed, don't really do it. And then I'm not getting the results I want. So today I had that happen and I challenged it and I thought to myself, I love sliders. So I actually felt like I was doing the workout more. But my point is, it's interesting how it just kind of becomes second nature autopilot when we affirm something to ourselves and we have this belief. And that's a small example, but think about things like, let's say, for example, or I don't know, like if you're in a social setting and you're like, oh, I'm not good at meeting new people. So you just shut off and you don't even try. It's so important what we tell ourselves. And speaking of the gym, you know what else I realized that I have been affirming to myself for quite some time now. And it's negative and I'm stopping it. I already stopped it today, but basically, yeah, I've been doing these, I do Pilates, yoga, abs class, sometimes HIIT. I basically do workout classes 6 days a week right now. But I've been complaining because, to be honest, I kind of eat whatever I want. Sometimes I eat good, but I generally just eat whatever I want. And I keep affirming that because of that, I still have belly fat and I'm not really that toned. And I have been complaining that, okay, for the amount of workout classes I've been doing, why am I not seeing any definition at all? And I know what you're gonna say is, okay, well, it's because you're right. It is 80% diet, 20% working out. However, my point is, why am I affirming that? I might as well, if I'm going to say that, I might as well say, oh, I do 6 workout classes a week and I eat whatever I want, but I still get toned. Why am I affirming and continuously saying that I'm not toned and I still have belly fat? I've caught myself saying it so much, so it's just not helping. Anyway, my point is, yeah, this is my outer reality because I constantly am thinking to myself, well, I'm not getting in shape yet because of the food I eat. Well, I might as well start being positive, or at least say I eat healthy and I'm seeing results. You know what I mean? So it's been really great to catch myself thanks to meditation. It's been a lot easier to be grateful as well. And I'm realizing that I love the saying how everything that we are living right now, we once dreamed or prayed about. And that's a great way to think of gratitude because there are a million things you could look around you and be like, yeah, I remember the days that I was wishing and hoping for this. So why aren't we living in a constant state of abundance? We have manifested all of this, even life itself. And the more you are grateful, the more the universe will give you things to be grateful for. Because there's abundance everywhere, even if it's literally just the air that we breathe, we have an abundance of air. There's an abundance of life around us. The more we're grateful and focus on that, the more we're gonna bring that in. Okay, I have an interesting story that is very much relevant to the whole what's happening up here is a reflection of what's going on around you. I went on a date with this guy recently, and this guy was literally just for fun. He's like not actually boyfriend material. He's just like hot and whatever, right? And he told me on the first date, obviously he asked me out, pursued me, right? But he told me on that first date, he told me that he doesn't approach women, they approach him. And I'm kind of like, okay, well, see ya then, type of thing, right? But I remember him telling me stories about women approaching him and coming up to him. And he didn't, that sounds like he's cocky, but he didn't say it from a cocky point of view. He said it like you knew that it was just facts, because he is really hot. And honestly, I actually do believe him because I think he's hot. But looking back to that, basically after that, he kind of pulled away, and then I kind of became the one that was like, well, wait. And now that I look back at that, I'm like, I wonder if that just like, I hate that it worked, but it kind of maybe put him on this pedestal, because I was like, well, you asked me out. I'm not going to be doing any chasing here. And then subconsciously, it kind of started happening because maybe I'm like looking for that approval or something. I don't know. The point is, I snapped out of it real quick and I challenged myself to just let go of that. However, it's just interesting because his inner reality, he truly believes and knows that women approach him and kind of like chase him. And I know that's not the type of guy I should be dating, but whatever. Like I said, it was just for fun. But it's funny because the universe had no choice but to give that to him. And unfortunately, I kind of for a minute became that girl. And that also gave me a wake-up call of where I'm at, because my inner reality, I haven't, like I said in the previous video, my self-esteem wasn't really the best for a while. Now I'm back on track. I'm all good. I'm loving myself and I feel good. I know that sounded fake, but I swear to God, I'm actually in a really good place right now. And it was pretty easy to flip around. However, I just was very aware of the negative thinking and I'm back on track. My point is, for that period of my life, it's no wonder that happened. It's no wonder that I became the one wanting someone's approval, because I wasn't approving of myself. And because I didn't approve of myself, the universe has no choice but to give that back to me, of feelings of not being approved or feelings of unworthiness from this idiot guy. That was my reality because that was going on in my head. I wasn't approving of myself for that period. Now I do, and I'm very aware of what I think is what I'm going to see eventually. And the universe has an interesting law where it takes a while to kind of catch up. What the work you're doing right now, it's going to take a while to see results, like actually physically see results. So that's why we got to buckle down and focus on getting our minds right now, so that the future version of us can be living and laughing in the abundance. So yeah, that version of me, I literally woke up and I'm like, you know what? I choose to not identify with that. So this version of that Sophia, I'm not going to be that girl anymore. So I literally just immediately, I'm like, nope, I'm going to start acting like the confident Sophia that I know and love, who knows her worth, who doesn't put up with half-ass breadcrumb treatment, and she only puts herself in a high value category. And I'm not gonna lie, obviously it was adjustment. It's hard. Any type of change is uncomfortable. That's why change is good. When life is uncomfortable, that's a good sign, because change is happening and good things are coming your way. Anyway, so what I had to do is cut out decaf, alcohol. I did decaf, alcohol, upping my meditation game, and just generally watching what I'm eating. Have I been perfect with this? No, but I do feel a massive shift since I've implemented these changes. I've also had to be very aware of the people around me, how I feel, and being very kind to myself, and just monitor how I feel, because I only want to feel high vibe. I only want to feel good, and I'm going to cut out anything that brings down my vibration. Any substances that alter your mind is not going to be good when you're in a period of healing right now. So I want to challenge you as well to really make sure and check, what are you putting into your body? Are these things affecting your mood in any way? And cutting those down so that you can get your mind back on track and feed yourself positive affirmations all the time. I'm literally at a point, and this has only been a few days of hardcore meditating, but I'm actually at a point where just anything and everything that's negative, I immediately extract it and I'm replacing it with a positive thought. For example, today at the gym, this older lady, we had all of our stuff on the bench, and I was kind of moving my stuff over and my water bottle was left there, and she goes, "Oh, is that yours?" And in my head, I just immediately thought this negative thought, and I'm thinking like, I got annoyed because I thought she just like wanted me to move it. But in reality, she probably was just being nice. And why did my brain just like get irritated and think the worst? Such small things like that, but I'm catching myself doing that. And back to the gym thing in my class today, like that slider thing, instead of saying, "Oh, I hate it," and just like giving up, not even trying, I started saying, "I love doing the slider." And I'm just slowly changing things like that. And I'm actually so excited for the future because I'm back on track again. I've figured it out. And you really have to be careful what you affirm, especially in social settings. Like, I used to have the type of humor where I would make fun of myself and put myself down, but that's, even if it's like as a joke or to make people laugh, it's not positive and it's not being kind to yourself. Yesterday at my nephew's birthday party, for some reason, the last like little while, I feel like I've just been wanting to eat more food, but actually I found myself just saying that, like, oh, all I want to do lately is eat. And I got to be careful because it's like that slider thing where I've said it so many times now that I don't even try to use that slider thing in the workout because I'm used to now saying that, oh, I hate using the slider. So the overeating thing, I definitely had to be careful there because I ended up eating an extra cheeseburger and taking home a chocolate bar and eating just more than I would have, you know what I mean? Because I'm just in this autopilot, like, oh, all I want to do lately is eat. That's not really like a healthy, affirming thing. So switching that, I wasn't aware of that at the time, but I slept on it and I'm like, okay, no, that's something. While I was meditating today, I remembered that and I thought, okay, I'm going to stop affirming that because no, I'm going to affirm that I love to eat healthy food. I feel full, or just something that's helping me, you know? Words have such power, so you really have to be careful what you say, but it's also on the flip side, it's very exciting. Words have power, so you can speak things into existence. For example, do you want high engagement on social media? Start affirming that you, out loud, that you have high engagement. I have so many likes on Instagram. Okay, and if the reality is you only get 30 likes, change that mentality. 30 people is a whole classroom of people. That's a lot of people. Or what if somebody were to tell you, oh, I have 30 guys that like you, or 30 guys that have a crush on you. You would think, oh my gosh, that's so many. I have 30 guys to choose from. So it's all about perception and just being grateful for what you have. Okay, you only have 30 likes. Well, that's incredible. That's 30 people, an entire classroom. It's awesome. Grateful, gratitude. Give the universe a reason to give you more. It's like when you give somebody a gift and they give you the most genuine thank you ever and they give you a real hug and you can see how happy they are. It makes you feel good and you want to treat them again. It's just human nature. And the universe is like that too. We're all kind of connected. It's that saying, you are the universe having a human experience. It's like the saying that we're all basically one, we're all connected, so we all work the same and we're all energy. So might as well focus on what we want more of, and that's positive energy, love, and gratitude so we can have more abundance. And yeah, I've just found my mental chatter has calmed down with the meditation, back to that like social media engagement thing, for example. Instead of just thinking of negative things or looking for solutions, like, oh, my account must be shadow banned. Why even put that out there? It's not true. And yet, even if it is, you don't know that, so it's not helping. The universe is just going to reflect what you're thinking. That is how the universe works. If you don't like what you're seeing, it's because of what's been going on up here, and you got to change that. And I'll be honest, it obviously is really hard to just immediately stop. It does take a practice replacing those negative thoughts. And again, practicing meditation is literally practicing being present in the moment instead of having that mental chatter, having anxiety about the future, or being depressed about the past. It just makes you in the moment so you can focus on what's here and what's in front of you. And if right this second you're dealing with a negative thought, you can replace that immediately because you caught it, because you're aware, because of that meditation. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, I believe that you can truly have whatever you want. And if you're stuck in a funk, definitely go through those steps. Make sure you're not taking any mood, mind-altering substances that's throwing you off. Make sure to slow down your brain so that you can change your thoughts, because the whole key to life here is what's going on in your mind. Your mind is like the controller when you're playing a video game. Your mind is the controller. So you need to reprogram that in order to make you win. What is it that you truly want? And let's say you've been working on something for a while and you're like, okay, I don't know. And then you feel like you're not good at it. And then you just resort to, oh, maybe I just don't really want to do this. I don't think that's true. You might just, I mean, okay, yeah, obviously you've got to explore. And if you really don't enjoy something, that's fine. But if you have a dream and you've been dreaming it for a long time and you're feeling discouraged and it's not fun to you, that's just because you don't have confidence in it. And you need to affirm things like, I enjoy doing this. I'm good at this. It feels great to be so talented at this thing that I enjoy. Start saying positive affirmations like that, because there's a reason that you've been dreaming of this thing. But okay, I'll be honest, there are some certain situations where I've had dreams and I did it and I realized, you know what, maybe I don't enjoy this as much. For example, this one is not definite in stone because I do feel like I low-key still kind of have a dream in this world, but my whole life I wanted to be an actor because I love entertaining people. I love putting on skits. I love getting over dramatic and getting into a character. However, I haven't pursued this in a while because I kind of gave up because, first of all, my confidence sucked on camera, but I realized that a big part of it is remembering lines. And I will say at the time I was a big stoner, so that's probably why I didn't enjoy it so much. But at the time, it felt like in my acting class, all I was doing was trying to memorize lines. Like week after week, it was just, oh, I gotta remember lines. And I hated it so much that it kind of turned me off from it. So that's a small example of if you thought something was a dream of yours or you wanted to pursue something and then you do it and you realize that it's not as all glamorous as it seems, then that's totally fine. You gave it a shot. Anyway, my point is that's a weird example because I might actually want to pursue it again because at the time I just, smoking weed and didn't have the most confidence. But for that period in my life, it wasn't meant for me or aligned with my daily lifestyle. When you're doing something in life, you have to, and you want to really be good at it, you have to be thinking about it and doing it every single day and practicing at it so that you can be the best at it. So you really want to enjoy what you do in life. And that goes with work, anything that you want to succeed at in life. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed this week's topic. My name's Sophia Pearson. You can find me on all my social medias at Sophia Pearson. We'll see you guys next week on Self-Care Sundays with Sophia. Bye.